Hello glorious ones, how are you my darlings? I hope you are having a fabulous start to the week. I wanted to say hello and make this little video because I have come back to the real world. I'm back in Paris after almost 2 months, 2.5 months on a Greek island. And I really wanted to share this little story with you for many different reasons. I felt after this last 1.5 years that I really needed to reconnect back to nature. And I really felt like my nervous system needed to get out of the big city and get away from all of the technology and all the screens and everything that we have been inundated with for the past 1.5 years and get back to things that mattered, to conversations and being present and actually having some space in my life. So one of the things I consciously decided when I went away was to experience life and not photograph it and put it on Instagram and share it on stories. So you may or may not know that I've actually been away. Now, I did this for many, many reasons. One of them was that I have actually been on the net since 2008. I started a blog in 2008. I started sharing my photography tips and stories and helping people. And then, of course, Facebook and Instagram. And it's a lot. And one of the things that I have noticed, not only with myself, but many people, is that we fill up our lives with a fidget, a little fidget, whether we've got a minute in the queue at the bakery, or we've got a minute in the queue at the bank, we've got 2 minutes or 4 minutes, or we're waiting for someone in a cafe. We are filling up our lives with picking up our phone. So what I decided was that I just wasn't going to worry about any of that stuff anymore. And I was going to experience it. I was going to sit and watch the sunset and not take a photograph. And I was going to, listen to a conversation and really not worry about what I'd be doing next. And what happened was something really, really beautiful, was that I got really reconnected, not only back to myself, back to what was important to me, but I really got reconnected back to creativity. And one of the things that has been a challenge for me, and I have been working on for many years, and I like to think that I've done a pretty good job with it, is creating space externally and internally in my life. And when you have internal space, and that could be the sensation, just having a breather or a moment between things or 5 minutes between something, you get to do things that you don't when you're constantly picking up your phone, or you're constantly on technology of some sort. And that is that you get to start, first of all, a conversation with yourself. You might be in a queue, and instead of looking at your phone, you're observing. You're like, oh, look at that red hair, isn't that interesting? Or look at that man's shirt. And all of a sudden, your mind starts to wander. You start to wonder, you start to be curious, all these sorts of different things. And what I realized was, and I have had this thought many times over the last year, so it's not a new one for me, but we need this internal space to be creative. And as long as we are filling up our lives with stuff always coming in, or information coming in, we are not creative enough, or we don't have enough creative space where we are starting to ask questions, use our curiosity, and to get clear on what we want in life, but also to allow ourselves to be creative. So I just wanted to share this with you today because it's really changed my life. I mean, the thing that I have felt so deeply over the last 2 months is so grounded in a place and in life. And I think, often when we are constantly posting things or on our phones all the time, we aren't where we are. Like so many people, including myself, I'm so guilty of this, have gone to an event, or we've gone to a gallery, or we're at the beach, or whatever we're doing, and we're having it, we're experiencing that through our phone. We're experiencing that through taking a photograph, and we're not really there. We're never where we are. And when we aren't where we are, we start to lose the capacity to, make decisions, good decisions for ourselves. We start to become so influenced by what is coming into our energetic field, into our minds, into our phones, etc., etc. So one of the things I am really going to just leave you with this little message is invite you to do a little challenge with yourself. And that is, when you're in a queue, the next time you're in a queue, don't reach for your phone. If it's a queue where you've got to wait 1 minute for the automatic teller, or you've got to wait 4 minutes for someone to serve you at the supermarket, don't look at your phone. Observe. Experience where you are. See how it feels just to be there. And see if you can do this over and over again, what starts to happen, what kind of dialogue that you start to have with yourself. How do you feel internally? Do you start to feel more peaceful? Do you start to feel calmer? That you're not constantly reaching for your phone. So my loves, I'm very happy to be back here. I plan to have a whole totally different relationship with my social media, my phone. I still want to be here and be connected, but I want to manage it, not it managing me. And I think this is the thing. Technology is amazing. Technology is incredible, but we need to manage it, and we need to still get outside, and we need to play, and we need to create, and we need to be with people. We don't need to only have a relationship through our technology. So my lovelies, I do wish you the most beautiful day. I hope you get out in the sunshine. I hope you paint, you draw, you just be, you swim, chill, have a coffee, have a good time. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. Sending you much love. Bye.